but it came to my attention
Okay.
that there may be somebody who's available.
Okay.
OG Anunoby?
He's not really available though.
Why not?
Well, it sounds like he's going to go back to the Knicks.
No,
It doesn't
well,
sound like he's really available. And I got to be honest with you, OG Anunoby's a nice player.
Who cares?
This kind of goes with the Mikal Bridges thing. I think they're both very, very nice players. But so yesterday, if you guys aren't caught up, the Knicks finished their Villanova obsession and traded for
5 first-rounders.
5 first-round picks for Mikal Bridges, which is more than Kevin Durant went for, who was traded for Mikal Bridges, who, had a nice little early stint there. He's a very nice player. He's a great two-way player. 5 first-round picks? 5 first-round picks for vibes? Like, I don't know. I was like, oh, okay.
Here, but this is the same way teams have always thought when they're close, when they feel that they're close, right?
5 first-round picks?
F those picks. Right? You've said it. The Heat have done it. Right? So
not really. Not that many.
Not that many. I'm just saying with the first rounders.
What do they give up 1 for Jimmy?
Again.
To get off Hassan's contract?
It's really not even that good for 5 picks. What are we doing here?
He's good. He's good.
He's not 5 picks.
He's not 5 picks.
I mean,
but Rudy Gobert did 2 years ago.
It's the difference if, say, a team was rebuilding and wanted Mikal Bridges to be that starting piece versus a team that, if healthy, felt like they were really close.
Well, no, I understand. Well, first of all, what annoys me about it is like, well, then what the hell is Cleveland going to ask for Donovan Mitchell? If Mikal Bridges gets 5 first-round picks, what the hell does Donovan Mitchell get? It goes back to the same thing with the Rudy Gobert thing a couple summers ago, which obviously, makes me worry of the summer. Like, good for the Knicks. They did what they wanted to do. Apparently, he said he was going to make a stink in Brooklyn if this didn't happen, and that was the only place that he wanted to go. But it kind of leads me to like, well, then why the hell did the Knicks have to give up that many picks? Like, why didn't you have leverage in that situation?
Right.
It seemed like a really, I don't know. Seems like a lot. Seems like
the other thing is there's no players, right?
What's that?
No players.
Bojan Bogdanovic.
Oh yeah. Okay.
The other Bogdanovic. The Bogdanovic who always cooks the heat.
Right.
But yeah, look, the Nets are going into fire zone mode. They obviously had to recoup assets. I get why they do it. They got to recoup everything that they had for their failed big three. But I don't know. And to your point with the OG Anunoby thing, my initial reaction was, oh, that means they're not bringing back OG Anunoby, because I kind of feel like OG Anunoby, Mikal Bridges, samesies. Like, he's
a little bit bigger. He thought he should get him near a max deal, and they're not offering him that. Let's look at it this way. You're looking at it, say, from Jimmy's perspective, and from why haven't they already offered him a max deal? Different situation, but he figured if they really wanted him, they would go ahead on and max him out. Everybody's getting maxed out.
Well, as Shreelan points out, the only way I think that you could get OG Anunoby on the Heat is like if you did, and I said if Jimmy Butler wasn't going to stay on the Miami Heat, the place that makes the most sense to me is going to the New York Knicks, which obviously would break my heart, and I really don't want that to happen. Right. But the Tibbs connection, his New York connection, him fitting in there and kind of being that extra go-to guy, because like Mikal Bridges is a really nice player, but he's not really a go-to guy. He's kind of a filler of all things. And so if Jalen Brunson, I know if you have Jalen Brunson with Jimmy Butler, that could make a lot of sense. But I don't know. I don't know if the Heat are pulling that trigger for OG Anunoby.
Well, I'm just listen. All I did was throw it out there. Because here's the other deal. The other team that seems to be extremely interested, if it doesn't work out there, is Philly.
Yeah, maybe. I mean, like, especially with the Paul George thing. But the thing is, Philly doesn't. That's a situation where like See, if I'm the Heat and I see Mikal Bridges just went for that, understand maybe there's a little bit difference in age.
But you don't have to trade
but,
for OG.
No, but you have what you talking about? Like if Philly signs OG Anunoby?
Yeah, you can just
Oh,
sign
okay.
him.
I thought you were talking about Jimmy.
No.
See, like if I'm the Heat and I'm seeing like, oh, you got Mikal Bridges got how many are they going to be expecting for Jimmy Butler? And then they could go into the whole thing of, do you flip that then for Spida or whomever you want to go after in that kind of a case? So it's an interesting time. The other thing that opened up yesterday is it seems very much like the Rockets are antsy to make a star move too. Jimmy's from Tomball, Texas. So is that one of those where they're going to try and put a little bit of heat to try and talk to Miami about getting into the Jimmy game? Do the Heat even want to get into the Jimmy game? I don't even know.
Nobody
but
knows.
What I understand is
until we know for sure, we kick tires.
The Heat don't know. Or we don't know where things are with Jimmy and the Heat right now. All I know is he's hanging out with Neymar a lot. Seems to be having a great time. And I know tonight that he'd have the 15th pick. That's all I know. That's all I know.
Can I just say this? And Marcos, you can attest to this.
Yes, sir.
I am very disappointed.
Oh, why?
Wow.
In you.
Why?
Because anytime
I can attest to that.
There's been fodder out there. Mm-hmm. You have been all giddy and excited and hey, could be something, could be nothing.
But there's no heat fodder.
No.
There's no heat fodder.
Wow.
You have been throwing that in my face. Wow. You have been talking about all the players that are available and what the Heat could do. And you have been and now I come in here thinking I would just get the engine going, with the fodder.
But you started the fodder with OG Anunoby, and that doesn't wet my whistle. That doesn't get me going.
Okay.
OG Anunoby doesn't get me going.
Okay.
He's a good player. He's good. But like it doesn't, like, all the Knicks are throwing a parade today for Mikal Bridges, and I'm like, that's nice. I mean, it's a nice addition, but
again, if you don't get Spida, right? And from what I was told, they're definitely going to offer him the max.
I think the max has already been offered. What's suspicious?
No, it hasn't been. Not yet.
Why?
That's what I was told.
Well, it doesn't make sense. Like, why would they not have offered the max?
I don't know. I'm just telling you what I've been told. I got people in Cleveland. They said no, it's not. Everybody's making it sound like Spida is thinking about signing the max. It hasn't been offered yet.
That's weird. Well, then that's weird.
So,
like, when you say that it hasn't been offered, that to me is even weirder than him being offered and he hasn't taken it yet.
Right. But that's where it is. And I said, and I asked, are you sure they're gonna even up? Of course they are. And that's what I was told.
But I gotta say, you coming at me with an OG Anunoby and disappointed that I'm not giddy over that.
No, because guess what? Look, here. Let's agree on one thing. The Heat are gonna make some moves.
One would hope.
Right. Everybody in that building has said we ain't gonna stay status quo.
They haven't said that. Who said that?
What? Wasn't Pat talking about we can't run it back, or we not?
He didn't say that.
You think they're going to run
it? I don't know what they're going to do. All Pat Riley said was he's pissed nobody's playing. That's all Pat Riley made clear. He made clear that he's not happy with nobody playing. He called Tyler Hero fragile. He said Jimmy Butler extension, not really. And he's happy with Bam. That's about it.
Okay. And so you don't think some moves are going to be made?
I hope that they do. Trust me. Did I not scream out a window last week?
So
moves to be made.
So
if you can see why the Heat fan is annoyed, even though I think it's a wild overpay for Mikal Bridges, like, at least the New York Knicks are doing something. At least they're shaking things up. Where the Miami Heat, I think their fear is, the fan base's fear is like, are you going to talk me into this again because Terry Rozier's neck is healed? Like, are you going to do this again because Duncan Robinson's back is healed?
Right.
No, like, trust me when I tell you, I think the Heat fan is dying for something to happen.
That's why, listen, of players who are available, that is not trade fodder or anything like that, of players who are available, OG Anunoby is the best one.
But they don't have cap space, Leroy. Like that's
Okay.
that's
Okay,
why.
that's a whole different story.
That's why when you say like,
okay.
oh, go get OG, I'm like, but they don't have cap. Like they would have to trade for him.
Now you're talking about cap space. When I say something about cap space, you say make it work.
I've never said that in my life. You're making things up.
Oh my goodness.
You're doing a thing where you're lashing out on counterpoints that I've never made. I've never gone cap space in my life. I've never said those terms.
You've never said.
I've never said that in my life. I've never said that in my life.
Okay.
Yeah.
I've never said that.
You've never said make it work.
The cap.
Don't worry about the cap. Make it work.
I've said that in the NFL.
I've said in the NFL.
I've said in the NFL the cap, but not in the NBA.
It's true.
Okay.
In the NBA, you got to make trades.
So the only way they can do it, the only way they can make some changes.
The Heat, honestly, right now, it's very annoying to like go to the trade machine because the Heat really can't do anything right now without Caleb Martin opting out because they're second apron. So the Heat right now have to go dollar for dollar. It's so annoying, the NBA, because they have so many. The NBA is so many rules now. It's no fun. It's not as much fun. So I don't, that's the thing. Like right now, Leroy, all I can focus on for the Heat is what are they going to do with Jimmy Butler? And until I know that and know what direction they want to go in, I can't really say. Do I think they definitely should make moves? Oh, of course I do. And I'll tell you another thing. Very noticeable yesterday how loud Bam Adebayo was on Twitter after this move happens, and he accuses Josh Hart and Jalen Brunson of tampering. The same thing that Jimmy said after Damian Lillard ended up on the Bucks. And you could say, haha, jokey jokes from Bam and Jimmy. Is it jokey jokes? Or are they telling the front office, hey, get off your ass and make some moves? That's what I wonder. Because we can all oh, he just tweets something out. Isn't that cute? Bam tweeting at Jalen Brunson and Josh Hart, you guys were tampering. Well, or is Bam thinking to himself, I've been sitting here tampering for 3 years. No
I can't be any more open about my tampering.
I am tampering more than anybody. I've tampered with everybody.
I am tapping everybody up, hanging in Vegas with everybody. We can't get nothing.
We can just take 4 first-round picks simply from Bam Adebayo's tampering. And yet, I sit here, no moves.
So I think the question is, what are they doing? Because we have no idea. Nobody has any idea. But is it safe to say staying pat is not getting you anywhere?
No, it's not.
Okay.
No, unless Nikola Jovic turns into Dirk this year.
But
like outside of that, that's what I'm just saying. Like
right.
Outside of a major leap from the 21-year-old, no.
I think he's gonna get more consistent minutes for a whole season, and his numbers will improve.
Right now, I just want to get off a scooter because he's still on that scooter, and I don't like it.
And so, but here's the deal. As of right now, you have 2 healthy, dependable players. Maybe 3. 3. Let me correct that. 3. Jaime, Nico, and Bam.
That's right.
Those are the 3 guys that I know
scooter.
Every night they're going to be there.
Yep.
Everybody else has had issues. So to me, the 3 guys that you're going into the season with that you can depend on are those 3 guys. Can you depend on Tyler?
Not really.
Can you depend on Jimmy?
Not enough.
Right.
Not enough.
So Dunks, I mean, with
Dunks has been a pretty damn. I think
he had his best year last year. I think from all around game.
Yeah, Dunks is pretty reliable. The only time I think Dunks like got his hand caught in a jersey one time.
Right.
But before that, like he was like an Iron Man. He never got hurt.
Okay. So I will tend to throw Duncan in there. You got 4 guys, right? Now, to me, if you're the Heat, that's the way you start. And you figure, okay, I can count on this guy for this many games, this guy for this many games, and this guy for this many games. Is that gonna? And Terry Rozier has never been hurt, right? He's never missed time.
I can't really say.
Right.
I don't feel like he has, but that's a weird injury, a neck injury.
So, so like, what do you like? The team sounds cool, right?
People
But
just
then
want
you got to all those facts about the team that you have.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know. The silence is killing me.
I know.
So like there has
been... and that's why when I see, because James thinks he's being cute on the show. He goes, there's no tampering if it's a player. That's the point, dude. If the player is pointing out tampering as a joke, he's not really saying they're tampering. What he's like, it feels like to me what he's bat signaling there is, hey, they're making moves. When are we making moves? I'm sitting here, I'm hobnobbing.
Here's the problem. They probably have an idea of moves that they want to make. We might not be happy with the moves that they want to make. Right? That's why it's so quiet.
Yeah. Well, we'll get more into it.
And after what happened with Dame, I'm not saying nothing. Everything's back channels until it happens. I'm not going like.
I can't promise how I'm going to behave. I can't promise.
No, but I'm just saying. The Dame thing was out there. The Heat were swaggering like you're in a tight spot. Next thing you know, Dame ends up in Milwaukee. So they're not saying anything. They're not like, so let's just. I mean, they haven't led us astray, have they? No.
The Heat?
No.
No, I don't feel like they've led us astray.
Right. So should we be a little more patient? Or should we still get excited and frustrated anytime a competitor signs a guy?
I think it's okay to be frustrated because you've seen your team, basically bring back the same core. And they got some different young guys, and that's why I think tonight's important because this has been the only guaranteed change the Roasters had is that they've nailed first-round picks.
They've been really good at drafting first-rounders.
Marcos, why don't you tell me to break, dude?
Hey, this is important.
-1.
What?
Nah, I'm just lashing out.
That's fair.
Take a break. -1. Back after this.